It had been a couple months since I last played Destiny, so I figured I had to wipe the dust off the game, and what better way to wipe the dust than to play the mission, the Dust Palace. It was during this mission that I came across the first clue that branches Destiny and Overwatch like you've never seen before. So strap in, or on, if you're into that, to your seats and sit back as I take you through a journey to find out just how far this connection between Destiny and Overwatch goes. It turned out that the first clue was right in front of us this whole time. Do you see it? Now, to a close-minded individual, they might think that the objective is telling them to go to the area in Destiny called Overwatch. But I like to think outside the Xbox. I knew what they really meant. Finding it was another story. After minutes of searching, I was left more lost than a teenager without a fidget spinner. But just like the objective, I realized that clue number 2 was also in front of us all along. Now the moon is a large place to explore, but luckily it isn't that big in Destiny, so finding this next clue wasn't too difficult. For the next step, we have to look into the strike, the summoning pits. During this mission, your ghost says,
"Sounds like we're getting closer."
What does he mean by that? Does he mean we're getting closer to the end of the mission? Or are we closer to finding out the truth? A little bit later, you come across an ogre held down by chains. Who do we know from Overwatch that likes to use chains? We'll save that for later though. So this ogre that's held down by chains, his name's, and I apologize to him for mispronouncing this, Fogoth. Or should I say Photo, with a silent G and H. And I know what you're thinking right now. This is stupid. And it is. Because that's exactly what they want you to think. Let's dive a little bit deeper. What's a common phrase people say when they're about to take a photo? Say cheese, right? So now that we've established Roadhog does like photos and is connected to the ogre with the chains. Since he's obviously an avid photographer, you'd think there'd be photos of him lying around, right? Well, there is on the map Dorado. Why don't we take a look at it? Who's that in this photo with Roadhog? Is that Junkrat? What could Junkrat possibly know about Destiny, you may ask? I thought the same, so I decided to look at a couple of voice lines of his. The first one that struck my interest was this one.
My New Year's resolutions? I think I'd like to travel more.
Travel where exactly? Maybe there's another hint in a voice line.
Dum 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 dum.
For those of you who aren't music majors, that was the 1812 Overture by this guy, an incredibly famous Russian composer. So it makes sense to me based off those two lines that the place Junkrat traveled to was in fact Russia. Now tell me, what's the only playable mission area on Earth in Destiny? Old Russia. Now one of the only times you hear Russian in Russia in the game is on the Fallen Saber strike. Your ghost has a peculiar line right after he hears it.
That's Rasputin, the AI Warmind. If I'm understanding him correctly, it's a distress call. There are so few ballet fans left, Guardian. It'd be a shame to lose him.
That ballet line seems really out of place. So let's look back at our old Russian friend whose name I cannot pronounce. Not only was he a world-famous composer, but he was also known around the world for his ballet plays. One of his most famous ballets is Swan Lake, which featured two characters named Odette and Odile. Odette and Odile. Odette and Odile. Are you starting to believe now? Now before we play the music, let's count. How many skins were there?
3.
Right, 2. Isn't there an upcoming incredibly big release with a number 2 in it? Now for those rock dwellers under there, it was a big announcement that Destiny 2 is coming to the PC. The surprising announcement was that it wouldn't come to Steam, but instead it was coming to Battle.net, which is owned by Blizzard. I don't even think I have to point out the connection here. But let's look a little bit closer at Blizzard. What do you get when you rearrange the letters of Blizzard? Blizzard! Right, Brazil. Now Brazil lost 7-1 in the World Cup. That has nothing to do with this conspiracy. I just like reminding people. You know, actually, let me see if I can find a clip of that game. Here we go. Oh no. I'm sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. Anyways, back to Brazil and the number 2 from Destiny 2. Now there's multiple countries that are 2 away from Brazil, but only one that fits in with the video. And that one is Chile. Now Chile is an interesting country. It has about 18 million people, uses the Chilean peso for a currency. Oh yeah, it's the rumored location of the last city, which is where we go to for the tower in Destiny. Now you can use coins in Overwatch to purchase items. There are 7 secret coins hidden around the tower in Destiny, which I believe are used to purchase the secret. 7 coins, 1 player.
Stay safe.
7-1. I'm sorry, I had to. But anyways, there's a specific order in which you have to activate these coins in order for it to be counted towards the secret. For Xbox, I held the X button, and the order, which is a clever joke by Bungie, is the exact same as the order for the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull in Halo 3. 4, 6,
Unit available for reassignment shortly.
5, 4, 5, 3, 4. Now some of you may be wondering how I got this order. Let's move on. A little bit after activating the final coin, this happened to my screen, and my capture card turned off. What happened was, a prompt came up to enter my phone number. I always give my phone number to strangers on the internet, so I entered it in, and almost instantly, my phone rang. Wow, looks like my phone is ringing. Hello?
Hello, it's Mirage. I am Bungie.
Wait, Bungie, like an employee or the company?
Yes. You have the privilege of being the first to complete part 1 of what we call the connection.
Aw, part 1? But how do I find part 2?
Look toward the horizon.
Horizon. Like Horizon Zero Dawn?
No. You must reach the horizon on the moon.
Yep, I don't get it.
How the fuck did this guy call? For the completion of part 1 on the fantastic PS4 console, you need to get access to...
Wait, PS4?
Yeah, PS4. That's what you're playing on, right?
I did this on the Xbox.
Wait, what?
Wait,
This is
why?
awkward.
Wait, what do I get?
Nothing?
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's right here in the fine print. Hold on, give me a second. Here it is. Xbox owners may not receive prizes until 2 years after the first PlayStation winner is found. Have a nice day.
No. Don't you hang up on me. Subscribe and you too can be a fan.
You want a brand new car!